virtual liaison, and you're listening to the official TRL Talks podcast.
So if you cannot appreciate it, then you fuck off. Take it.
Bragging again with a pad in the pan. He said he beat my piece. I told him bless me with amps. Sipping 9042 and smoking hookah with friends. He wanna sneak me out the back so he could fuck in the bands. And it's a blacked out wagon. And man, he packing. I can't be lacking. I bet my
Bro, you know the thing is,
why was I training by 7 in the morning?
My shit was Jameson. Jameson. One time, my mom came into my room. My mom came into my room, right? There was a whole bottle of Jameson on my table. She was like, what's this? Is this wine? I was like, no. She was like, why is it here? I was like, no, I brought it back from the beach. And she was like, oh, so you be drinking?
No, this is the hard stuff.
I was like, yeah.
The hard stuff. Okay, fun fact. So my mom is not an alcohol person. She's like totally against alcohol. And like, I had like wine in my room one time and she was like, don't drink this stuff. It'll make you old. I'm like, Mom, how do you would have been drinking?
You're the one that I'm drunk. I'm never old yet.
How do I drunk? I don't. Now I go call it. Please, I beg, leave my dad for my tires one. So, fuck all the people that have a thing against people who drink Hennessy.
Who drink?
I really be seeing niggas. I really be seeing niggas on Twitter like ditch Hennessy, like, if you still drink Hennessy and something, I'm like, fuck. I know that thing, like, when niggas like you're talking to or like you're getting with, they like don't want to do the little daddy thing, little overprotective
and
thing.
You know the crazy part is, I know there's girls that like that. I'm not into it at all. I'm not into it. Like, don't tell me. I'm like, I feel like a lot of girls are like, okay, daddy. I'm like, nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of my sight now, please. I just, really, like, I have a thing where, like, I tend to be a little too dominant. But, like, shit, it is what it is.
A little too dominant. I mean, like, I get that because I'm like that sometimes. I think in relationships I'm like that because like I'm not trying to have no nigga out here telling me where the fuck and how to fucking go.
Exactly.
Period.
And my thing is kind of like, it goes from like little things to bigger things. So if you're like telling me what to do with like, okay, just little day-to-day things like that I can like overlook, at some point it'll start coming out in like lifestyle changes. Oh, you need to stop wearing this, you need to stop going here, start doing your hair like
girl.
this. I'm like, yeah, I've tried that before and I'm not into it. I'm good off that. Thank you.
Let me tell you something. So my last relationship, tell me why this nigga seen me in a bikini and like you came to me, I was single, I was posting myself in a beach, posting myself, in like low cute outfits,
Yeah.
And then you come and you date me and then like a couple of months into the relationship you're telling me, I don't like that you're posting yourself. I'm like
it'll meet you a certain way and then
excuse me. At first I was trying to reason the thing. Like, oh, my man, loyal, blah blah. Then I was like, yeah. Then I was like, guy, like, what the fuck is what like I'm posting bothering you that much? Like, it should be like me, you, our relationship. That's what should be your concern. Now, not like what's happening, unless it's affecting our relationship and affecting me. But it's not doing anything to me and you.
And it's also the audacity of like, you knew me a certain way. And like, you were shooting your shot at the time when you were seeing me posting whatever the fuck I was posting and you were into it. But now that you're on some, okay, she's mine now, niggas start... Thank you.
Territorial. Niggas be on some territorial shit.
And
which is quite sad.
Oh, thank you. Bruh.
Which is quite sad.
Bruh.
But like, another thing one thing I think I went through with like being territorial and everything is like, I think for me, I'm at the point where, man, I have no interest in possessing any man. Like, I'm just like, if you are here, you're here.
Oh my.
If you are gone the next day, you are gone.
Oh my God. I
I'm
said this
just
the
here
other
for.
day and they
I'm
were
just,
like, how do you expect to find somebody? And I'm like, whatever
bruh.
for me is gonna be for me. Like I'm not,
Exactly,
because
bruh.
also I'm not interested in anybody feeling like they want to possess me. I'm just not to be like, I feel like I'm just floating in the wind and people are like supposed, in general, the way I think about human interaction and like relationships is like we're all just like experiencing each other. Like nobody has a claim
No one,
on
yeah,
anybody.
exactly. People are so obsessed. I think like people are so obsessed like with the idea of a life partner
Mm-hmm.
that like whenever they go into something, they already go like
With that
checklisting
mindset.
things. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, life partner checklist, check, or
Mm-hmm.
no check, no check. That they either, it affects like the effort they put into relating with other people. And I know I used to do that before, but now I'm just at the point where I'm just like, if I like somebody and we vibe. If
Yeah.
it ends up being something great, it does. But for
So I'm
whatever
not
time
putting pressure on it.
yeah, I'm not putting pressure on anybody, and for whatever time it is, my own is just communicate with me. So me,
Mm-hmm.
if it's not really going great for you, like don't avoid me or
Yeah,
don't
try
try
and
to go.
weasel your way out. Yeah.
Yeah, don't weasel your way out. I'm just like, bruh. And the reason why niggas weasel their way out is because they just want to live like some 3% probability that they can weasel
That
their
they
way
can,
back into your
fall back
pussy.
in there real quick if they need to. Oh my fucking God. Let me
Yeah, I don't fuck with that at all. I feel like it's the most disrespectful thing. It's even more disrespectful than you like lying to me or cajoling me
Yeah.
for like sex. Because I feel like damn, like we already went through all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you could just tell me like, okay, I'm not in that headspace right now, or I'm seeing someone else, or yeah, that kind of thing. So me, I'm just like, okay, I'll just let you slide, but I'm not talking to you.
But I
Like,
see you. I see what you did. Like I know what
I
you
see
did.
what you did. I peeped that.
I peeped that. Like I
peeped
know what
that,
you did.
fam.
I'm not dumb. Period. All right,
I'm
let me
not
get
dumb.
into
I know
the
what you
fucking
did.
intro now that we've already started talking about life.
As
Anyway,
in,
hi guys, welcome back to TRL Talks podcast. Oyinda here, aka Big,
yeah.
aka the Retro Liaison, aka Podcast Mommy. Period. Back at it again with another
Pow pow.
episode of TRL Talks podcast. I'm here with Miss SGaWD. SGaWD.
God. You feel me? AKA Big Steady, Big S on a big old podcast.
I
Big old things.
mean, that
Are
bitches
you
wake
stupid? Are you
up.
dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Pick one.
Yo, this is, I don't know what order like these episodes are gonna come out, but like this is the first episode I'm actually recording for like season 3. So feel honored, girl. We in here. But yeah, like I think I first like knew of you. Was it October of last year or was it like November?
Oh, that's my
Like I
birth
seen
month.
you come up on my timeline. I was like, who's this girl? And I went on your Twitter or whatever. I was scrolling, and then I seen that you do music. So I'm like, let me see what she's singing. Let me go and check. So I went and I listened to Feel Right, and I was like, let me find out she's actually good, because like I don't know why, but my ass be going into these things with like the worst expectations. I then don't know why.
It's PTSD. It's PTSD from like your previous.
And then I like followed you, right? And then I'm like, low key, this is my vibe. Like, I see her. She sees me. Like, you be tweeting. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Like, this is the shit that the bitches want to say, but they don't want to say it though.
Thank you, boo. I'm happy to be here. I'm just glad to be here, and I'm glad to be the first person again. I'm glad to be the first. If you didn't hear that again,
She is the first.
I'm glad to be the first person on season 3, bitches.
Period.
Tap in and host. Come see me.
Okay, so we're gonna play this or that, right? But we're gonna play,
Okay.
right? Some of them are simple, straightforward.
Mhm.
Some aren't. Okay, so FaceTime or texting?
Yeah, just don't even like talking in general. So,
Nah, I'm a texter. I'm a texter.
I'll pick FaceTime because it's quicker.
Really? People be
'Cause it's like,
expecting you to stay on the phone though.
Nah, it's all though. Me, I always like resume my way out. So we
Well, like,
like, bro, can I come back real quick? Like,
phone calls give me anxiety. Like FaceTime, phone calls. I just be looking at my phone.
that's the thing.
What the fuck?
Texting gives me anxiety. Like notifications, because I'm like, oh, what did I post? What did I do? What did I do? Like, guy, you know when you post something there,
Yeah.
and like you just sleep or you forget,
Or you just leave
and
there
then,
and then you wake up
yeah,
to a
just
bunch of
leave the house.
notifications. I have notifications turned off on my phone, to be fair.
Wait, before we even go into anything, I think I had like this moment where I accidentally posted my news. I think that's what the PTSD comes from. So I had accidentally like posted my news on Snapchat. Luckily, only like 7 people prayed it. Guy, I went.
Yo, I've done that once, but immediately I was like, wait. Bro, bro, I even did it on Instagram one time. I was like, what? No way.
No, at all. Guy, mine was Snapchat. After that day, like, if I post, I go back. I check what I post.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any, because all
Any conny
people
going
that
on.
all those 7 people I had to block them from my life. But I'm glad that the news were fresh. Notice for
Bruh. And congratulations to them. Like,
yes. But
Twitter
yeah,
or
that's why I
Instagram?
did. God, I fucking love Twitter. I'm like,
right.
yeah, the only thing I like about Instagram is the fact that I can add music to my post.
Yeah.
Or on my story. That's really the only thing I
The only reason that I really be on Instagram now is because I have like my close friends. So like, okay, I can proper be like chill on there. But like Twitter has always been my bag. Like, I don't know. Instagram is fucked up.
Talking about close friends, do you have like a Finsta?
I do have a Finsta.
Girl, follow me. Period.
I do have a Finsta.
I love Finsta.
I'm gonna send it to you. Studio or stage?
Oh, that's hard though. Low key, I'm actually a performer.
Mm-hmm.
Soon, I'll be able to like do all these things. But I really like the studio because it gives me like space to like create, and it gives me the opportunities to not feel bad about making mistakes.
Yeah.
Because I can go back and I can brush over.
Yeah. True.
But then I like stage because stage is challenging. Because like different crowds for different types of performances, different energies, different vibes. So like once you perform, like it kind of teaches you like how to be impromptu, how to think on your feet,
how to respond like
improvise, how to respond based on how to respond based on crowd reactions. So like that's one thing I really like about it.
I feel that. Singing or rapping?
Man, y'all, I knew you was gonna slip this like somewhere in the mix. I don't like when people ask me this question.
I actually want to know. Or is it like one of those situations where mothers are like, "Oh, I like all my kids equally"?
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things. I also feel like it's a thing where sometimes like you feel like there's some certain things that should be said in a way, like maybe a different tone of voice or like a different attitude. So that's how like singing and rapping is for me.
Okay.
Like if there's something that I feel like should be said in a different attitude, then the rapping comes.
Yeah.
Or if I think something should be said like in a different attitude, then the singing comes.
Singing comes
Or whatever the fuck I'm feeling.
at the time. Feel you. Writing or freestyling?
Ooh, funny enough, I love writing. I really, really love writing. But man, I like freestyling comes so naturally to me that I just freestyle.
I noticed.
Melody.
Yeah.
At least for melodies, and then like I fill in with writing. So I would say like, man, writing because like writing helps you like. It helps you like have like good cohesion when it comes to like storytelling, and that's what music is all about now. So yeah, writing. I think I'll put writing.
Okay. Hands or mouth?
What, girl? What you ask me? Hands or mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Mouth though. Mouth way. mouth is moisturized, so mouth way.
Because even when you're using hands, you still have to add mouth small.
Yeah, get me. Mouth way. Plus, also like hands actually scare me, bro. Have you seen some guys' hands? And I like tall guys. So guy like you be seeing their hands looking like Constantine.
Monstrous hands.
Bruh. Exactly. So mouth way, man. At least everybody just get, no matter how your mouth big rich. Yeah.
Guy, I beg. Club or house party?
Club for bottles, house party for vibes.
It depends on whose house, man.
Yeah.
And it depends on who's there, do you get? Because like, I don't know, but that's with me with the club as well. Like, if I go with a specific bunch of people, I know like, okay, it's gonna be cool no matter what's happening at the club. But just in general, man, being outside is a lot. Low key, one of the biggest like tips that Corona gave me is like having to stay in the house, because like it has proper activated my whole body to like intense levels, and I don't mind that. Okay, so let's get into it. How was your week? I mean, it's Sunday, a new week is about to start. How was your past week? Where are you mentally? How are you feeling?
My past week was okay. It was actually great. I met a couple of new people.
Mm-hmm.
So I met like someone that I actually really like appreciate like his work. So in terms of like working here in Nigeria, it's been kind of hard to like find producers that like I feel like understand my sound and stuff. So having met this person, I was like, when I heard so I met the person because I was featuring on a song that he produced. So I was like, oh, nice. I like this. When I heard it, I was surprised. I was like, nice guy. Fizz.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was super. That was like a highlight. And then what I recorded, I really liked it. What I heard, that was a highlight of my week. I made some money off of like my side business, like some music. Finally, guy, I thought like it would be trash this whole January.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, I'm very tired, but at the same time, I'm hopeful. So I'm trying to like work every day as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like some days it's hard to like get up and get shit done. I'm just like, just try. Even if I didn't try yesterday, let me try like twice as hard
today. Yeah, I feel you. I'm kind of in that space too, where I'm just really like, I'm really trying to like up my productivity, because like the person that I was prior to like going to Lagos and having that break was like, I was doing a lot, but I wasn't doing anything as well, if that makes sense. I wasn't necessarily doing anything that like mattered to me like that, where it's like, okay, because I've gotten this thing done, like I feel very accomplished. So like as I've been back, I've been trying to be like, I still have like, I'm starting school tomorrow, so like I had a 2-week break where it's like, okay, I'm literally not doing anything, but like I've been trying to like fill my days with like just things, like make sure that you're accomplishing something like at the end of the day and say, okay, cool. This past week I kind of slipped a little bit because I got back into like sleeping in and whatever the case might be. But I don't know, I feel good in general. Like I think the break did me, like it did me good, and like I think shit is gonna be all right. So
Amen.
back into like talking about music, right? What do you feel like inspires your music? Like what feeds the music? Who do you make music for?
Man, apart from like me and my experiences, I make music like from an omniscient like point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Just like right now, before I used to make a lot of self-centered music about me. Now it's kind of like what I am seeing,
Mm-hmm.
because I noticed like my life has changed a lot, and in order to deal with that change, I had to calm down. All that I had to relax. So
Mm-hmm.
once I relaxed, it was kind of like just now deeping, apart from me, deeping what other people are going through and how similar these experiences are.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of like what inspires my music. Just me and like how I am experiencing other people and like paying attention to their own experiences.
Yeah. Writing about your own experiences and things that you've been through like firsthand, like how is that? Is it like, because like, okay, for instance, because I used to actually like write and like post like my blogs and stuff like that, and like write about like my present like mind state, my mental health and stuff like that. And like it was really hard for me, if that makes sense, to like it's easier for me to like curate experiences about things that like I've seen, as opposed to like things that have happened to me specifically. And then it's even more difficult for me to like, if I've created something that's based on my own experience, it's harder for me to go back to it, read it or listen to it or whatever. Like even the podcast episodes that I've done that are like about my own stuff, I don't go back to it. So like, do you like experience that, or is it different for you?
Sometimes with music, I don't know if like I'm speaking for every artist or like everyone that creates music in general. When you make music, it's either to like memorialize like a feeling or like capture like a memory. So sometimes like I intentionally make songs to like replay that feeling or replay that memory 1,000 times over as much as I can.
Yeah.
But like sometimes when I just want to share my experiences and be transparent, when I like dig into like the fucking deep stuff, that should be hurting, bro. So yeah, that's very like heavy to unpack, and it's like it takes time, and it's like a personal decision for you. Like, are you strong enough, like mentally and emotionally? Like, are you in a place where you can unpack this shit and work on it and not allow your emotions to affect your work product as well? So yeah, that's kind of like, for sure, it'd be hard.
So like, what's your journey been like so far? Especially like, I'm very interested in like people that are like creatives in like Nigeria, Lagos specifically, because I feel like it's a whole different like ball game. So like, since you've been there, like what's the journey been like for you? Like how have you felt about it? What are your sentiments towards that?
I think like one thing that I would say for sure is like I've been very grateful, like no matter what happened. Basically, I would say that I've been very grateful to be like here in Lagos. But I'll say like, man, industry is crazy in the way that they make it like really difficult for like women to like work. Like they just make it seem like you're like a hard person to work with. And like you're naggy because you say you don't want certain things, because you say like you want the studio to be empty, just and like things like that. They make it seem like your requests are like burdens. Meanwhile, it's not like that for like male artists. And they also like, I feel like another thing is, in as much as everyone is all about like, oh yeah, we're supporting women, you have to be like intentional about working with women. So like you have to say, okay, I'm looking at my project and I'm seeing how many women worked on this project. Like, okay, I'm holding myself accountable. I'm like, okay, my next project, I'll make sure that I have this many women on it, whether it be like artists or project managers or like stuff. So like you genuinely have to, the same way you have
Be
to
intentional about it.
yeah, the same way you're intentional about looking out for your guys and your friends. It's the same way like you have to be intentional about looking out for women, especially like female artists in the industry. But apart from that, man, I've loved like working with other women for sure. Like there's so many talented people. I was recently like in a writing camp. That was super fun. Like just like seeing how people work and like meeting like producers and like artists and like managers and just like learning so much stuff has been crazy. There's also one thing like I feel like because I noticed, I feel like maybe other people might not notice. I feel like it's like my responsibility to speak about is like the drug culture in the music industry. One thing I would speak, not even like on the frequency of drugs, because everyone like has the right to do what they, they believe in and what they like, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. But I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary coercion, a lot of people trying to make other people indulge in drugs, especially artists. A lot of people also doing these to take advantage of them in like business conversations. So like you have no business like talking to me about business when I'm high, or like when I'm drunk, or when I'm like waved. You have no business trying to make a record at that time either, because like you have no business like trying to like backstage my manager and be like, oh, we're on some family shit, it's a family, oh, blood. Like there's no reason for you to do that. I feel like people need to be more aware of their environments when they're on drugs. Enjoy that, but also like open your eyes and make sure that all you're having is fun and you're not jeopardizing your career and your bag when you're on drugs.
It's really useful that you spoke about that, because even like while I was in Lagos, obviously, because I don't like to immerse myself too much in like I'm not the type of person that you'll just like randomly see at somebody's studio or whatever, like, but then if I fuck with the person or whatever, like I'll show up. I have a lot of like friends and acquaintances that like,
around the space.
That are kind of around this lifestyle, and it's kind of like the things that I know. And I'm like, the thing is, I'm not even a judgy person in any respect, like I'm all for people having a good time, but like a lot of it just seemed very unnecessary, and like it seemed very forced to participate in a certain type of like culture that's like, okay, this is the thing that people do in these spaces, so like this is what we're gonna be doing. And it's just like I was just looking at it, I'm just like, this is like, I don't know, the environment that creates is kind of off for an outsider looking in. It's like, how are y'all even like coping within this? Like, how are you coping and how are you focused and like proper, like, because no, the whole thing just seemed very jaded, and I was just like, I hope y'all are doing okay. Like,
that's the word. It's jaded. Like, that's the word. This seems very, very jaded. So it's just like, on this podcast, like for anyone who really listens, like I know, like I like to have fun, bro. Ask anybody. I do too in my ass everywhere in Lagos. But like I'm telling you, be careful and be aware. Have fun, but be very aware and be responsible. That's why they tell you drink responsibly, not like drink till your fucking boots knock off. So that's it. Like, do your shit responsibly and be aware. And like, try, in as much as like you love this shit and you love creating, try to learn about like the business side of stuff. I don't know everything, but I'm trying my best to like educate myself and learn about like the business side of stuff and how to like secure my future, like business wise.
I think that's really important, especially like you mentioned, like being a woman in the industry, like with the constant threat of, okay, somebody might come along and feel like they want to like pull one over me or whatever at any single time. So it's like if I know my shit, I can question what people are telling me.
I can question what people are telling me. Yeah.
Definitely. I'm proud of you for that. Very proud of you for that. So like you moved back to Lagos to do music, right?
I just moved back to Lagos from Miami.
Mm-hmm. First of all, I fucking love Miami. That's like my favorite other city.
I moved back to Lagos. Yeah. Thank you. People always say LA, but
LA is not shit. I've been to LA twice, and like I don't know,
bruh, same.
It's not my vibe. I don't know.
LA is so basic, bruh. But do you know the one thing I love about LA? The food.
Yeah,
I love the food. LA has great food, and when I mean like great food, I mean like from fucking Yaucha to like IHOP. Like IHOP in LA,
everything is good.
It's great.
Yeah, that's
everything
all
is
I
great.
did.
And I don't know how.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Eat exactly, girl. That's all I did. Eat and like visit this.
Exactly.
Eat and visit dispensaries. But yeah, Miami was like great. I was actually like, I had a very different life in Miami. I was working in Miami. Mm-hmm. I worked for a company as a lawyer. So I was doing legal work. I was supporting their legal team. I did like transactional work. Before I was with them, I did some litigation with for an insurance firm. I did insurance defense, and then I did some work with an international law firm. Mm-hmm. So my life in Miami was very different. I was dropping freestyles on SoundCloud when I was in Miami. But yeah, life in Miami was extremely different. But I like life in Lagos because I don't like life in Lagos. Let me take that back. I appreciate life in Lagos.
But
because life in Lagos, it makes you shine your eye, basically. Mm-hmm. Like Miami makes you shine your eye, but not in the way that Lagos does. Yeah. Because in Miami, it's kind of like if you stay out of trouble and you stay out the streets, bruh, nobody is going to try and like be on your neck. But man, like in Lagos, you can be on your own and trouble just come.
And trouble find jam. Facts. Yo, my ass almost got arrested in Miami.
God, what?
Bruh.
Yeah, don't do that. Go for you.
Yo, I don't even fight, but like that day, I don't know what the fuck happened. This waiter at a restaurant was trying it, and like I was like, okay, we're not about to do this. And he was like trying to like fight with friends, and like I'm very protective when it comes to protective stuff. So just, like, I was like, nah, we're not doing this. And then they called the cops. Like it was a whole thing. I was like, my nigga, I have a green passport. So I'm not about to be out here fucking with y'all.
Yes, deported. Jesus. Go for me.
Bruh, so at this point that you're at right now in your career and stuff, what are like your dream collabs? Like what would you like love to be able to do in like the next like 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would love to work on. I would love to work on Burna Boy's album. Writing, not actually like singing. I'd love to write on his album because I feel like he has like amazing pen. And niggas don't rate it, and it's so irritating. Like, bro, right from outside. So true,
but like when I start arguing with people, it's like my mouth is smelling, so I'm just like, whatever. I'm not saying anything about it no more.
Yeah, Burna Boy has amazing pen, and I'm not talking about like mediocre pen. He has amazing pen. So like, I really want to write. I really want to write for him. I definitely want to sing on one of Wizkid's records because I feel like Wizkid has a very beautiful, silky voice. And I'm just like, yeah. I want to like, I don't know, same with him. I want to work with Rema because I feel like Rema is like the embodiment of everything that every artist right now hopes to be.
To be
Like his work ethic, his work ethic is amazing. His branding is amazing. The way he responds to like conflict, if he even gets
into it,
it's amazing. It's amazing. Like I just see him and he's just like a guy who's out there like hustling and like trying to make sure like he's milking as much as he can out of his time. And I fuck with it 100. So like that's definitely one person I want to work with. And yeah, that's it for now. Obviously, there are like producer collabs in my head, but like if I get into it, it's going to be crazy.
I feel you.
A lot of people that like I would have said like I want to work with. If you asked me this question like a couple of months ago, I probably have worked with them right now. So,
period.
I don't know. I'll just keep waiting and like keep trying my best and like just keep creating and putting myself out there. The one thing I know like I really want to do is to have more visual content. I'm actually camera shy, but you know, people don't know that about me, but I'm camera shy. So I'm trying to like get to a place where I'm not camera shy anymore, that I can put out like visual content. But that's coming, That's coming probably in February. Amen.
Amen. I'm excited here for you. I'm actually fucking excited for you, and I'm very like, I don't know, anything you do, I stand. Like I'm just like, yeah, whatever, she got this. So like I know you're gonna be like, you're gonna be great, you're gonna do great, and you have like a good head on your shoulders, and like you know exactly what it is that you know who you are, if that makes sense. And like I like that about you. Period. Thank you for being on here. It was so great talking to you.
Thank you, Biggos.
Tell the people where to find you on social media and shit.
Yes, please. You can find me on SGaWD01. That's SGaWD01. It's the same on Instagram and on Twitter. I don't have anything else. Do not let the masses lie to you. Love you.
Love ya. Bye, darling.
Thanks for having me, Big O.
Of course, baby.
Y'all stay locked into Big O's podcast. That's on period.
Season 3, we out here.
Tapping every.
Y'all go follow me on the Retro Liaison and TRL Talks podcast on Instagram and Twitter. New episodes every Wednesday, per usual. We're on YouTube now, so like.
Period.
See y'all later.
Period. Signing out.
Bye.
Speak like Fansa. Cheers. Bye.